Hi, I'm Frank Sanford, and I'd like to read from my essay, Memoir, Rock and Roll and Life on the Road. I have three sections I'd like to read from. The Flamin' Mug was the wildest rock and roll club that ever raged to the rafters and blazed to the heavens, and the best venue I ever played. It was in Fayetteville, North Carolina, not far from Fort Bragg, a U.S. Army basic training facility, Special Forces, Special Operations Command, and the largest military installation in the world. In the 80s, the clientele of the Flaming Mug was mostly from Fort Bragg. Tough as hell soldiers, naive recruits on weekend passes, and ex soldiers who settled there after leaving the service. For some reason, a lot of the ex-soldiers were drug-using drug dealers and recusant bikers. It was a rough place with fights and mayhem, its siren. Skip along. Attached to the Rock Club in the same building was a co-owned gentleman's club and stripper bar, the Pink Lady. It had a separate entrance, but was attached to the Rock Club by a guarded door and employed a delightful array of scantily dressed, tough, but beautiful, vivacious girls in their 20s. She was about 23, long brown hair with an exquisite petite figure. Her touch was infectious, and just holding her hand made me feel giddy. She made me delirious and breathless. She had an air of confidence and self-assurance about her that was as sexy as anything she possessed. She was graceful, charismatic, elegant, and a little bit naughty. Maybe it was that pole she danced with, but still today I ruminate about her muscular thighs and how she would wrap her legs around me and give me ecstasy like I didn't know existed. That's where, for the first time, I learned to scream with pleasure. I was thunderstruck she was interested in a rock and roller like me, but she was known for her tenacity. She got what she wanted, and no doubt about it, she wanted me. I surrendered willingly. That was one of the best things about playing rock and roll, the unexpected delights that were bestowed upon me. I don't know if it was the music, the stage, our situation, destiny, or what, but whatever it was that brought us together gave me a gift that has helped me make my life extraordinary. Skip along. Here I added a few lines about dueling pianos that weren't in the first draft. It wasn't long after the band started having personality problems. Usually it's the guitar player or lead vocalist who gets starstruck and doesn't need what got them where they were. Money and fame are notorious for breaking up bands. Lucky are the few that survive. But being a piano keyboard player, I had many options and directions I could go. I played with hotel circuit bands, country music circuit bands, concert bands, and most other kinds of bands there are. I did a stint as a freelance keyboardist where I would fly off to wherever and fill in for whoever when a band's keyboard player got put in jail, shot by his girlfriend or wife, or for some reason couldn't make the gig. Have keys will travel was my moniker. The keyboardless band and I would shake hands and come out gigging. Later on, I got a nice cushy beach band gig at a beach bar in Myrtle Beach called Ocean Annie's. For many years, I played on stage out by the beach for the tourists, mostly walking around in their underwear, their bikinis and bathing suits. Then I discovered dueling pianos and traveled that circuit for a few years. Me and another piano player belting out the hits of 4 or 5 decades to crowds ranging in age from 8 to 80. If they could remember the name of the song they wanted to hear and would attach money with their request, we'd play it, or at least a chorus or hook, something they would recognize. Then there were the big hits like Piano Man or Bohemian Rhapsody, where everybody in the club would sing along with us, swaying back and forth, intertwined, holding up their glasses, beguiled and enraptured. We would sometimes, after collecting multiple paid requests, make it the last song of the night and finale of the show. Other musicians called it crazy money because the tips were so huge. We'd have to empty the tip jar several times a night, just splitting thousands of dollars between us, much to our delight. They say time flies when you're having fun, and it seems like a blur when I look back now. That's it. I hope this little video preview makes you want to read my story. Good day.